Today I'm going to show you how to connect your AI agent to the Blender MCP and the Godot MCP. And to keep it interesting, I'm going to have GPT 5.5 and Opus 4.8 each create a Mario Kart / Rocket League game to see who does a better job. And if you don't have the hardware to run Blender and Godot alongside an AI desktop app, or you're just not technical and want an easy way to get this working, don't worry. I found a workaround so you can follow along. There's a company called ChatLLM by Abacus AI that lets you do all of this in your web browser in just a few steps. To set it up on the web browser, you can literally just create an account with them, navigate to the chat, and tell the AI to download and connect the Godot and Blender MCP servers. And that's it, you now have the ability to create Blender scenes and full games using AI. Abacus is one of the few AI companies I know that allows you to use the most powerful AI models, while also keeping everything super simple and user-friendly, which is why I partnered with them for this video. Thank you ChatLLM by Abacus AI for sponsoring this video. Click the link below to give them a try. Now for those of you here for the tutorial, let's get started. Let's start with the Godot game engine, which is the free game engine we're going to build the game in. If you don't already have it installed, I'll leave the link below for you to download it. Make sure it's downloaded in your applications folder. Once you have it downloaded, we need to connect the AI agent to it. To connect the AI agent to the game engine, you need to use the Godot MCP. Navigate to this GitHub repo, which I also linked below, copy and paste this command into your terminal to clone the GitHub repo. Once that's done, you need to configure your AI agent to establish the connection. For Claude, you use this terminal command. For Cursor, you enter this into the configuration file. For my AI, I'll be using the new Abacus Desktop app. This will allow me to bounce between different AI models without having to connect the MCP for each one individually. Configuring the Abacus Desktop is super simple. I just need to click on the CLI button and then paste this command. This tells your agent to launch the Godot MCP server with npx, and the path at the end points it to Godot on your Mac. If your Godot isn't located in your applications folder, just change that path. You'll also need Node installed for the npx part to work. Once it connects, your AI can open Godot, run your project, and read back errors all on its own. And if you're having trouble setting it up, don't worry, you can literally just copy and paste the GitHub URL to your AI agent and ask it to set it up. The AI will set everything up for you if you do that. Next is Blender. This is where the 3D characters get built. First, you need to run brew install UV in your terminal. After you do that, you go to the Blender MCP GitHub repo and you download the add-on file. Then you open up Blender and click on Edit. Then you have to click on Preferences, and after that you have to click on Add-ons. Click on Install from Disk, select the add-on file and enable it. Then press N in the 3D viewport to open the side panel. Find Blender MCP and hit Start MCP Server. Once you do that, Blender is ready for your AI agent to connect. Once that's set up in Abacus, you go back into the CLI and enter this command. And that's it. Now let's make some characters. With Abacus, we can select any of the top AI models available. We're going to start with Opus 4.8 and build Toad on Blender. We'll have GPT build Yoshi after. The prompt I gave them asks for the parts to be game ready so that they are easily animated in the game. For example, we should be able to see the wheels turn when we are turning during gameplay. Opus did a good job, except I had to prompt it again because the wheels were not on correctly, and more importantly, Toad was nowhere to be seen. After about 20 minutes, Claude was finished and Toad was ready to go. Next, GPT started to work on Yoshi. It did a good job and the go-kart actually looked like it would have been a better looking kart. But GPT ran into an issue where it wasn't able to get the parts of the go-kart to connect for some reason. So after about 35 minutes, I decided we will work with what we got. Now the fun part, each model takes its own character into Godot and builds its own game from scratch. Same brief for both, an arena with walls and 2 goals, a car you can drive, a giant ball, boost pads, and an AI opponent that actually chases the ball. Claude took a little over 20 minutes to complete its first version of the game, and I have to admit it was nowhere close to what I wanted. First of all, Toad walking around instead of driving his go-kart, and second, I don't even think that's the Toad character that we created in Blender. I prompted Claude with the issues I noticed and hoped for the best. The second attempt seemed better at first glance. The character was a bit small, but I could see the go-kart underneath. The controls were difficult, but the mechanics were working. Everything was going well, but then I noticed something. I zoomed in and noticed that we had 2 Toads on the go-kart now. I know the point of this video is more about the tutorial and not the game, but I couldn't let that slide. So I prompted Claude again to fix the issues I saw. This is the game we ended with after 3 prompts. Not exactly what I envisioned, but then again, it was only 3 prompts. Next up is GPT. GPT gave me this on the first attempt. I'm not going to say much because what you see speaks for itself. The controllers were also not allowing me to turn, which is not good. I prompted the issues and this was what we got on the second attempt. This wasn't that horrible. A few issues I noticed were that our camera started off facing the wrong way. and our go-kart is facing the camera. I also didn't like this big white thing it added to the center of the stadium, which was making it hard to see the ball. I prompted it one more time just to make it fair for Claude, who had 3 tries to see how it would look with those things fixed. This was the final result. If I had to pick a winner for this small test, I would say that Claude won the Blender task, but GPT won the Godot task because GPT couldn't get the pieces of the go-kart connected, but GPT had a more playable game at the end. And that's the whole thing. You just connected Blender and Godot to your AI agent, built a 3D character, and turned it into a playable game. You can do it manually with the MCP setup, or let Abacus handle the heavy lifting in your browser. Either way, you can now build Blender scenes and games with AI. The Abacus link is in the description if you want the easy route. Comment below if you want me to actually build this Mario Kart / Rocket League game on my next video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.